Uptown. The N is for niggas. The L is for living. The V is for violent. U is for uptown. The N is for niggas. The L is for living. The V is for violent.
Before the Hot Boys took over the airwaves in the late 90s with Cash Money Records, UNLV was one of the first supergroups out of New Orleans that helped build Cash Money Records. UNLV stands for Uptown Niggas Living Violent. The original members of the group were Lil Ya, Yafet Jones, Tech 9 Reginald Manuel, and Yella Boy Albert Thomas. The Nation of Podcation sat down with Lil Ya to tell the entire story of UNLV, from growing up on the rough streets of New Orleans to meeting Brian Birdman Williams and Ronald Slim Williams and making their debut album Sixth and Barone, released in 1993 on Cash Money Records. Lil Ya tells the group's successes in the early 90s, turmoil between the group members, and the label. Lil Ya speaks on Tech 9 being arrested and also the untimely passing of Yella Boy. There would be no Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Juvenile, and the other top Cash Money artists without the foundation that UNLV built. So let's listen in as Lil Ya tells the entire UNLV story.
Well, everything was flowing right. Everything was almost too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have any problems with our show money or none of that kind of shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? And however, when we did have one incident where Yella didn't get his royalty check because he wasn't with us at the time. So Baby had to meet with him later or whatever and give him his. But it was a good time, like I said, bro. The monies from the show, we didn't have no problem. We started staying contract from this and that. It was just exiting when they heard that we wanted to exit and continue our thing without them, they couldn't understand why.
Okay.
You know? And I mean, that's the best way I could put it, speaking for them. You know, because I mean, we try to tell them, dog, we want our own, dog. Even though things is what it is, we want our own, bro. This is the best time to do it.
Okay, so when that time came, when you guys had that meeting with Baby and Slim and was like, hey, we're not trying to be with y'all no more, how did that go? And did they just, you know, easily grant you guys your release so you guys could go?
They did. They didn't like press us or nothing or try to make us, you know, physically work their option they had or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was like, that's what y'all want to do, man. Y'all make sure that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And that was our decision, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, so when that happened, when you guys split, because, you know, I'm going to get into this portion of it. When, because, you know, obviously there's the story out there about Yella shooting up Birdman's house or shooting up his car, or however the story went. Like, I know you said that was over a royalty check. Give me some more details behind that, just so we can let the folks that, you know, don't know.
Excuse me. What happened? Yella was all three of us supposed to meet up and go get our royalty check.
Now, was this the last check with Cash Money?
This was, I mean, we was getting royalties after this too.
Okay.
You know, so we get royalties like every 3 months or whatever. You know
Okay.
But it was one of the checks, and Yella wasn't with us to receive it, and we asked Baby, man, give us this dude check, whatever you gonna give it to him, and Yella wasn't nowhere to be found. We didn't know he was at where he was at, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But we know that we got it. That'll save him the hassle from going way back in the East, because they were staying in New Orleans East at the time. You know, that'll save him the hassle from going to get him, but they won't give it to us, and what can we do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we had the rim shop, and Baby them called us. It was like maybe a few hours later, you know, during that day, we went to the rim shop, and we get rims on our cars. And Baby called us. We still haven't talked to Yella during this time at all, the whole day. And Baby called us, and he was like, man, what he said, bro, Yella just came, shot up our shit. We asked him how he knew, and then he was like, man, we was in the house. You know what I'm saying? We were like, wow. So, Yella called us later. He was like, man, I done this, I done that. You know what I'm saying? I asked him, did he get his shit? He was like, man, I'm going to get it later or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so how did that go? If you can recall, or you can recall how he told you,
yeah, I can remember perfectly how that went. When he met up with him, they talked this shit. He said everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, he gave me my shit, dog. And he said that he mentioned him shooting this shit up. He was like, yeah, dog, I done it. I was pissed off or whatever. He said he ironed it out. They, talk like men and shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's cool. He was like, yeah, it's cool, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so after those incidents, when did the beef start with Cash Money? Because I know after you guys left, there was some shots taken from both sides. Yeah. So when did the beef start? Was that part of it? That situation with Yella?
Around the time what happened to that boy came out, that song they made with the Clips. Now we hearing all kind of shit on the street or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we knowing, well, we feel like, this can't be happening like this, you know what I'm saying? Based on how we know this shit went. You feel me? But they made that song, what happened to that boy, I was fucked up like everybody else. They talking about Yella, bro. They talking about Yella, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what the fuck going on, dog? You know what I'm saying? So I was fucked up for a minute.
Okay.
Like I say, from what I know and how it went down, I don't think it happened like that. That song, I don't know how they came up with that song, who that song was about. But speculation and rap music is, have you leading your mind going all kind of ways sometimes, dog.
U is for uptown. The N is for niggas. The L is for living. The V is for violent. U is for uptown. The N is for niggas. The L is for living. The V is for violent.
Before the Hot Boys took over the airwaves in the late 90s with Cash Money Records, UNLV was one of the first supergroups out of New Orleans that helped build Cash Money Records. UNLV stands for Uptown Niggas Living Violent. The original members of the group were Lil Ya, Yafet Jones, Tech 9 Reginald Manuel, and Yella Boy Albert Thomas. The Nation of Podcation sat down with Lil Ya to tell the entire story of UNLV. From growing up on the rough streets of New Orleans to meeting Brian Birdman Williams and Ronald Slim Williams and making their debut album Sixth and Barone, released in 1993 on Cash Money Records. Lil Ya tells the group's successes in the early 90s, turmoil between the group members, and the label. Lil Ya speaks on Tech 9 being arrested and also the untimely passing of Yella Boy. There would be no Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Juvenile, and the other top Cash Money artists without the foundation that UNLV built. So let's listen in as Lil Ya tells the entire UNLV story.